Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I said on my Out from My Nose Smelly friends group recently on Facebook that I'd ordered a sample of the new Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. It's the new fragrance, came out this year, March, literally just came out, and I got my little sampley thing. It came in the mail, so yay. So this is going to be more of a first impressions type video. I haven't had the luxury of having a full-on wearing because it's only just arrived recently, and the amount that I have. So I'm not going to be able to comment on 3 days wear length of it because this is literally, I've sprayed it on my hands a few times and let it dry down. So it's a first impressions video. Set the tone. I'm always excited about a new Guerlain fragrance review. This is my worst word ever to say on camera, so I'm just going to say this company. Is that alright? They are one of the most highly regarded fragrance houses in the world. They've got some of the most famous fragrances and long-standing fragrances in the world. Mitsuko, Shalimar, blah blah blah, to name a few. And then along comes this one. From what I've read, they were going for more of a blanket coverage, kind of appealing to the masses type fragrance with this one. I mean, the bottle is gorgeous. I got all these things with Angelina Jolie's face plastered all over it. So it says, Mon Guerlain is a name whispered like a caress on your skin, a name that evokes 200 years of history, rich with experiences, nourished by success, expertise and generosity. I'm not going to read the whole thing because we'll be here forever, and this is supposed to be a first impressions review, so I have to try and not ramble. No doubt the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. They released, I was a bit confused actually, because they did release in 2015 a fragrance called Mon Exclusive Guerlain, which was the same colour, pink liquid. It was, you could name it yourself, which was quite a new twist on a fragrance, I thought. And then Byredo jumped on that a year later, 2016, and they did it as well. Anyway, let's go through the notes with you. It's quite a simple composition, and yeah, it's alright. So this is what it says in here about the notes. There's only 4 apparently, but Fragrantica has 2 more listed. I'm not sure why, I don't know what's going on there, but I'll tell you anyway. So it says, audacious, radiant, sensual, Cala lavender, an exceptional variety grown in Provence. Have you seen the lavender fields in Provence? Amazing. Go and look at pictures if you want to Google. They're just breathtaking, massive, massive fields of lavender. It shakes up the sensual and enveloping this is so bizarre. It says Tahitiensis vanilla, which I'm guessing is like Tahitian vanilla, but everyone here is talking about tonka, and I can tell you there is tonka in it, so maybe that's another name for tonka. Confusing much, but it's tonka basically, to me. By infusing it with audacity and freshness, Sambac jasmine gathered at sunrise, which it always is by the way, don't make that try and sound too special, Guerlain. Gives this composition all of its finesse, and then album sandalwood expresses strength and preserves the mystery of eternal femininity. It's a lot of words for such a simple fragrance. I'm just going to say that straight away. Fragrantica has iris and also lime listed as well. I don't know, I'm not sure if that's true. I don't really smell any of that in here. I don't even smell some of the things that are listed in here, so yeah. So when I got this thing, I opened it, and for some reason it compressed itself and sprayed most of it on the floor, which was absolutely fantastic. Just what you need when you've got the minuscule amount of fragrance. But we'll go with it anyway. It says press presser. I'm not going to pull the presser, am I? So, let me spray the rest of what I've got on here. I've done this a couple of times now, so at least I know. Okay, bye. That's you over. Not super blown away by it. This is mainly a combination of lavender and tonka. You'll probably read that in most of the reviews that you read, if you read any or watch them. And it's weird because I wouldn't necessarily pick this out as being lavender straight away. When I think of lavender, I think of a camphorous, very dry, herbal type smell. It's so distinctive, lavender. And especially lavender from Provence. That's like the lavender of lavenders. But this is... It's really weird because when you smell it up close, it feels like it's almost touching on giving it a masculine vibe. The tonka's really, really prominent as well. Let's quickly talk about tonka while we're here. We might as well. I mean, you know, we've got all day. Tonka is a really gorgeous note. It's a bean. It's a vanillic type smell, but it's slightly different, really smooth, really well rounded. It's usually used in the base of a fragrance, but some companies are favouring it quite a lot recently, namely Dior with their amazing Fève Delicious fragrance. That one is really high on my want list. But yeah, that's what I get. You get it feels a little bit masculine. It's really strange. I can feel the more, I guess, camphorous side of the lavender in this, other than lavender smelling. I don't smell the herbally lavender in it. I just smell something a bit punchy and a bit camphorous, like I said. But when the tonka waves over it and washes over it, it turns it sweeter and it kind of tames it down a bit. I don't smell jasmine at all. Maybe that's just my nose, but sambac jasmine is such an amazing note, really. And I think that if it was more prominent in this, it might have been a better fragrance. But at the moment, to me, it doesn't feel Guerlain-y at all. It feels like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel special enough, I don't think, and that's just my honest opinion. When you smell this in the air, that's where you get the real feeling of this fragrance, which is true for most fragrances. You can really, it feels a lot sweeter and smoother in the air. It's more interesting, in fact, up close, because you do get a couple of different facets from this lavenderiness that's going on. But overall, wow, so masculine. I said a touch of masculine, but the more I do that and smell it wet, I do really feel a masculinity from this. Lavender, you know, it's used in fougere fragrances a lot. It is used in men's fragrances, so I'm kind of getting that from it. When it's in the air, while it smells really, it's pretty, it's a pretty sweet, pleasant, totally inoffensive fragrance. It feels even less characterless, I think. I wouldn't pick it out as being a Guerlain fragrance at all if I smelled it on somebody walking by. I've done my crazy walking around test like this. And yeah, that's kind of it. It feels slightly generically sweet when you smell it in the air. I'm reminded of things like La Vie est Belle, that kind of smooth sweetness. Not in any way does it smell the same, or is it as potent as that. It doesn't. It feels quite subtle and kind of dainty a little bit to me, but it's yeah, it's not, there's not that much to talk about this fragrance, really. That's the two main things that I can smell, and really it's a tonka sweet fragrance with a tiny spark of something that doesn't really smell lavendery in it. So that's it, really. Yeah, sorry I couldn't have been better, but it is a kind of first impressions review. It's not an in-depth review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you go and try it. It is Guerlain after all, you know, they know what they're doing. But I think coming from that house, it's going to be no masterpiece. It's not like Shalimar or Mitsuko or Samsara or Jiki or any of those kinds of things. But yeah, that's it. Much more note, click the logo down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye!